Hey, my friends, Patrick Engaster here, your blind spot business navigator. I am an entrepreneur and business coach, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs get around the blind spots in their business to the success they dream of. And I'm also a speaker. I want to talk today about something that I get asked a lot by people I'm coaching, and that's what are the things I should be looking for when I'm starting a business? What things lead to success in business? In other words, if I'm doing all the things right, what other things do I need in addition to that in order to have success in my business? And there's three really that are key components. There are others, but these are the three I boil it down to if I'm going to give a short, simple answer. The first one is, sounds kind of obvious, but you have to have products or services that are market driven. So a lot of times people, if they're starting their own business, they're creating their own business as an entrepreneur, and they're not buying a business system. In other words, they're creating the entire blueprint from the ground up. One of the things that they don't often do, or the things that I see people mess up, is they aren't test marketing their product right from the get-go. So they're not even sure. They're just because they talk to their friends and they say, "Oh yeah, that's cool, I'd buy it," but they're not really out there test marketing, finding out whether or not there is a market for the product or service that they're going to bring to the marketplace. That's a big boo-boo that people make that can become a real problem, and will be if there isn't a market. And you don't want to guess on this because more often than not, there isn't going to be one, right? Just because your friend Johnny said, "Yeah, I'd buy it," but hasn't given you any money for the first product that you create, he might just be saying that because he's your friend and he wants to support you. And that's great that you have a friend who wants to support you, but you want to make sure that the market actually supports what you're going to bring to the marketplace. Second one is you want to have a business system in place. So ideally, you want to buy a business system, but if you're not going to buy one, you want to create one. You want to hire someone or bring someone on board as a consultant who has success in creating business systems, or you want to do some research and create one yourself. In other words, start with the end in mind, right? Don't just jump into this with no exit strategy where you're going to be 100% of the business all the time. And what I mean by that is I see a lot of people get into business that I've worked with, and or I get into business, I start working with them long after they start their business, and we have to correct this part, which is they never started with the end in mind. They jumped into it thinking, okay, well, I know how to make money as a sales professional. I have a product that's going to work or a service that's in demand. The problem is they are, the machinery, the cog in the wheel, the CEO, the, you know, uh, everything really. They're the person sweeping the floor. They're everything. And the problem with that is the business can't operate without them. You want to create tiers of leadership within a business system where you have other people working with you, collaborating with you, working toward the same mission, who eventually can take over. Where you may still be working on your business, but you're not working in your business every single day, every minute of every day. It's okay to work really hard in your business early on, but at some point, most entrepreneurs desire freedom and want some freedom from this business that they've created. And even though they might be passionate about it, want to work on it every day, that's great. But you want to be able to step back and create some leadership that someone else can pick up the torch and run with it. And that's the benefit of buying an existing business system or creating one from the start. So if you're not going to buy one, definitely work on creating one with the end in mind and setting it up with the long-term vision in mind. It's why a lot of people buy franchises. Yes, there's a huge upfront investment, long-term, but the beauty of it is there's a business system that there's a market-driven product or service or multiple products and services that are market-driven. It's already been tested. You already know it works. Number two, there's already a system in place. All you now have to do is get the right people in many cases, if the right people don't already exist, create those tiers of leadership. So in 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you now have a business that you can walk away from, or if not walk away from, for the most part, it runs with or without you. You may need to be involved in some small way, 5, 10, 15 hours a week, 20 hours a week, but you can spend more time, invest more time with the people you care about, doing the things you want to do. The business doesn't require your presence 24/7. That's the beauty of franchising or anything that is an existing business system. And the third thing The third, kind of part of this that you want to look at, ingredient to success, is mentorship. You want to either find an existing leader or mentor in your business who's willing to, either because the business system actually compensates them or rewards them, or has an incentive that's built in for them to give you mentorship to help you be more successful, or you want to hire a coach or mentor yourself. Because I can tell you that so many people have, and myself included early on in my business career, made mistakes or make mistakes that are not necessary because they don't have a coach or a mentor. They don't want to invest the money. They don't want to invest the time, but instead they end up falling on their face 15 times in running into obstacles that are not necessary for them to run into, or that they can at least know those obstacles are there and get a little bruise as opposed to a complete black eye and something that pushes them back in their business 2, 3, 4 months unnecessarily, or sometimes even years of setbacks that are unnecessary. A coach or a mentor will help you get around that, so and navigate around those blind spots in a way that is going to help you cut down on the learning curve and increase your profitability far sooner than it would have been on your own. So market-driven products and services. Second one is business systems. And the third key is hiring or working with a mentor or coach, finding one in your business or hiring one. I'd love to hear the success that you're having in your business, or perhaps the questions you have on how you can implement these three ingredients into your business to have the success that you dream of. I'm Patrick Engasser. I'm your Blind Spot Business Navigator. You can shoot me any questions in an email at patrick@patrickengasser.com. Make it an impactful day, make it an awesome one, and I'll talk to you real soon.